Hey, 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 I have some new colored pencils that I am swatching today. Let's go play. So I have a set of 72 colored pencils from Koh-I-Noor. These are Polycolor 72 artist colored pencils. And here is some information about the pencils. I'm reading from Amazon. I don't see anything on the back of the tin that I can share with you, except that these are artist colored pencils. It says that they are for drawing, illustrating, coloring, silky stroke, light, fast, high presentation, blendable. But I want to share more information with you about these pencils. That's why I will be reading from Amazon. But here are the colors, the color chart here for illustration only. Okay. All right. Let me open these up because I don't like the glare. All right. So here's what is said on Amazon about these pencils. It says that these pencils contain, these are professional grade. So they're saying that the tin contains professional grade pencils for drawing, illustrating, and coloring. The 3.8 millimeter lead contains special oils to create water resistant dents and even strokes without using heavy pressure. We shall see. Colors layer and blend beautifully without no waxy buildup. The broad edge is excellent for shading, and the fine, sharp point creates exquisite details. Made from the finest hard musk colors and encased with strong, durable California cedar in the Czech Republic, bringing you the best in professional drawing and design. So let's take a look at one of the pencils here. So here is the pencil. It is a hexagonal type of pencil, and it does have the color name on the pencil, dark violet, and it has the little SKU code here. And then on the other side is the name of the company. I'm trying to get it where you can see it. And it has Polycolor and a number here, which says 3800 162. Let me see if that same number is on the other ones. No. So it has different numbers on the pencil as well. So this says 132. This one says 170. I like the way the pencils look. They are nice, very nice. It has a white stripe around the top here, and it is capped or dipped with gold. Very nice pencils. I decided to try these because I do like Koh-I-Noor, and I wanted to see how these perform. The reviews, some of the people were saying that these reminded them of polychromos, and they were suggesting that if you don't have money to buy the polychromos, then these are the next best thing that they may compare to those. I don't know how closely comparable they are, but some people were saying that. I'm going to be swatching these, and I'm also going to color something to see how the pencils work. I forgot to mention that these pencils come in a tin, but not just any old tin. This lid actually comes off. There are some color pencils that when you get a tin can, when you get pencils that come in a tin container, then the lid is attached and you can kind of bring it off, but this one is not attached. You can actually take it off and toss it to the side. Also, before I start swatching, do know that it says here lift, and when we lift, here are the other 36 pencils. Let me get set up for swatching, and I'll be right back. You know what? I'm so eager to swatch the pencils. I haven't really shown you the range of colors that are in here. So first up we have white cream going into yellow. There's a peach looking color going into orange, reds, pinks, purples, and then we have lots of blues here. Next, there is a blue here. I bet that's more like a turquoise type of, it says ice blue. And then we have our greens. We have lots of greens. And then we have our browns going into the browns and the yellow browns. I bet that's ochre stuff. And then we have our grays. We have a lot of grays here, blacks, and then a silver and gold. I am ready to get this swatch on. We have the color here, which is titanium white. I'm not going to swatch this because I won't be able to see it, but this is how the pencil looks. I think these are some beautiful pencils, and we have the number 1 here. Okay, they're pretty pencils. The next pencil that I have is Ivory Bone, and the number is 500. Let me write this down here. I have not written down any colors, so I'm doing this on the fly. These are not as smooth as I thought they would be. This feels kind of dry to me. Yep. It has a little powder on my finger here. All right, so that was Ivory Bone. I like the names. This one is Banana Yellow. Banana Yellow. It is smooth, but it kind of has like a little dry feel to it, you know? And it's powdery. The next color is lemon yellow. I don't know if you like to see swatching and it being done in real time, but I'm going to swatch these in real time. Okay, we have lemon yellow. I'm putting down a little bit of pressure to get this to be seen. It's not as smooth as I thought it would be, you know? It's hard. It's harder. And to me it feels harder than the polychromos. Definitely is not a Prismacolor. This is chrome yellow. I don't know what I was expecting, but it does feel smooth, but it also feels like it's a dry pencil. I think it's an oil-based pencil, maybe. That's probably why it feels dry like that to me. Next color is tangerine orange. One thing I can say is I do like the names that they are giving the colors. Fun names. Banana yellow. Then we have tangerine orange. These kind of remind me of Pablo pencils. Caran d'Ache Pablo. The way they feel on the paper. This is apricot orange. Apricot orange. They're smooth yet kind of dry. I know I keep saying that, but I want you to to I want you to understand what I'm feeling when I swatch it. Apricot orange. Because I know with Koh-I-Noor, their pencils tend to be kind of on the dry side anyway. Not overly waxy or anything. This is light orange. I do like the way they feel. As I'm swatching, I'm thinking, am I going to have buyer's remorse? Persian orange is this one. Yeah. Am I going to have buyer's remorse? I'm kind of thinking, ooh, why did I buy these? But they don't feel bad, actually. They feel pretty good. It's just not what I had expected, you know? It wasn't what I had expected. Reddish orange is this color here. But as I stated, they remind me of the Caran d'Ache Pablo, the way they feel on the paper. Next color is vermilion red. Vermilion. I use two L's. It's not a two L's, it's just one L. Okay. I might need to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see the color. Let me do that, okay? The next color is scarlet red. I do like the way they feel though. I really do. But again, I was not expecting the pencils to feel like this. I don't really know what I was expecting, but I was expecting them to feel better than what I'm feeling. Now, this is, it says Pyro Red. I guess that's how you say it. It's Pyrrole red. Okay. The next one is light French pink. So cute. Light French pink. Okay. I like that. I like that color. It is pretty. And that is, they have another French pink in here. Why isn't it beside the light French pink? I am going to switch it. Just a minute. I'm going to switch it here. Yeah. I'm going to switch this so that the regular French pink can be beside the light French pink. So this one is French pink. Now I like this pink better. It's pretty. I thought I liked that one, but I like this one. French pink. Okay. And you see the little crumbles there? I'm not blowing them away. The next color that I have is Bordeaux red. I don't know how well you can see that, but it says Bordeaux red. And I need to see how to spell that. Bordeaux. I don't know why when I'm writing on camera, when I'm swatching, it looks like I don't know how to write. It does not look like I know how to write cursive, but I do. I just blew the powder away. I'm going to do another color down here at the bottom. The next color is carmine red. I'm going to put it right down here on the bottom here. Carmine red. Next color is caput, cap. What is that? Caput mortum. Okay, that's 240. All right. Okay. PUT. Two U's. I can't even write, child. I cannot even write. It's KPUT. And I need to get out of the way here. And it is mortum. MORTUM. This color is kind of like a dark red. That's that one. Next, I have Lilac Violet. Okay, that's pretty. Very pretty. The next one is Reddish Violet. Next, I have Dark Violet. Dark Lavender Violet. It's really dark. We have Lavender Violet. I think I like the way these feel on the paper. I just was expecting something different. But if you read the description about the pencils, then you'll know, well, this is not a wax-based pencil, so it's not going to feel waxy when you put it down. It is smooth, though. Bluish violet. But I do like the way they feel. Just not what I expected. Bluish violet. Have you ever bought some pencils and you thought you knew how they would feel, but then when you swatch them, it's a whole different thing? That's how I feel about this one, these pencils. Windsor Violet. But you know what? I like pencils that feel like this. I don't like them to be like real waxy going in, because that no, they say that this doesn't create any wax bloom, so I do not like wax bloom. And it seems like you can get away with layering, putting a lot of layers down from what I'm feeling when I swatch. This is Cobalt Blue. I like Cobalt Blue. I like Ultramarine. Yeah. I like Phthalo Blue. This is Cobalt Blue. Okay. The next blue is Mountain Blue. Look at that. Like I told you, they have some very unique names, which is cool. I won't forget about Banana Yellow. Then we have Mountain Blue. I know that I could use this blue when I'm coloring a mountain, huh? Makes a whole lot of sense. We have Sapphire Blue. Okay. That's pretty too. I like that. Next, we have Dark Azure Blue here. Right there. That's a nice blue too. Dark Azure Blue. And the next one is Cerulean Blue. Nice blue. I like that. Next, we have my favorite. Phthalo blue. Yeah. You know what? I like all the blues. I don't know what it is. I'm just a blue person. I'm a blue person. I love me some blues. The music too. All right, the next one we have permanent blue. Permanent blue. The next blue that we have is indigo blue right here. The next blue is Prussian blue. If you are the type of person who likes for your pencil to be smooth but not waxy, then you might like these. I'm just saying. Light blue. Because I do like them, but like the way they feel. The Ooh, this feels good. The true test is how are they going to work when I color with them. We're going to test those out. We're going to test them out to see how they feel when I color with them. I'm going to keep this on the same page. This is dark blue. No, dark ice blue. I like that name. I'm going to put it over here to the side here. Try to squeeze out the rest of them on the page. I like the color too. It's cute. Dark ice blue. Okay. I think that is all of the blues in the set here. Yeah. So all the blues in the top row. I'm going to switch to the bottom row. Okay, so I have the dark ice blue. Now we have ice blue. And when I was letting my camera cool down, I just went in and wrote down all the names. One of the things that I was thinking about while I was writing down the names is that these will maintain a good point for a long period of time. So that's a good thing. Bluish green. That is a good thing to know. There's nothing more, how do you say it? There's nothing that I dislike more than using a pencil and then it goes down so fastly, fastly, very quick. But these pencils don't look like they will do that because it is somewhat hard, It's not a waxy, waxy pencil. This is dark green here. I don't know if you could see that too well. Okay, yeah, my light was too bright. Emerald green, and as I was saying, is that I think these will maintain a good point, just like the polychromos do. Pea green. I'm sorry that I'm not showing you the color. I guess since I've already written them down. This is avocado green. Avocado, avocado. It really does look like avocado green, like the outside of the avocado. That color reminds me of that. Meadow green here. Color of a meadow. All right, that's a pretty green. Next color is grass green. See that big chunk right there? It's not really a big chunk, but it's just a little piece. Just blow it away. Light green. Oh, sorry about that. Light green. That's a pretty green. I like that. Spring green. Spring green. You know when you get the crumbles and it's not waxy pieces of crumble, you know that the pencil is more of, I would say, a harder type of pencil, lead. Yeah, so this is yellowish green. If it was waxy, you would see the big waxy chunks pieces. Yeah, I think this is an oil-based pencil because they did mention oil. I'm sorry, I'm all out of the screen. I'm so sorry. There we go. Apple green. I'm so sorry about that. But they did mention about oil being one of the ingredients. They didn't really mention wax. So I'm thinking that these are predominantly oil-based pencils. At least that's what I think. Light olive green. This looks muted. Yeah, you can see that. And then we have dark olive green. And that's much darker. A little bit darker. I'm getting some little crumbles here. Just blow them away. Now, if these were wax crumbles, it would be harder to blow them away. All right, next we have dark brown. And this is dark brown here. They are smooth. I don't know how many times I've said that, but the pencils are smooth. Burnt umber, but they are a little dry. When I say dry, I'm meaning that I don't detect a lot of wax in them in here. Natural sienna. When it's a waxy pencil, you're going to feel it because it's going to just be so smooth that, yeah, you can't help but know it's wax. Almond brown. Okay. Light brown. And if you have to wonder, is this a wax pencil or is it an oil base? You can tell. At least I can tell because I'm getting little fine crumbles, you know, dry fine crumbles. This is medium terracotta. Okay. The next one is reddish brown. That is red, but it's pretty. I like the color. And you know what I'm noticing is that, let's go back to the almond brown. It seems like to me the pencil is the same color of the lead. Whatever the color of the pencil is, that's what color is going to come out. That's what I'm noticing. Because look at this. We have reddish brown. Look at that pencil. You see? So the color of the pencil looks very similar to what comes out of the pencil. This is burnt ochre. So if you're just looking at the pencil, you can get your color from there too. At least that's what I'm thinking. This is raw umber. You see what I'm talking about? I don't know if y'all can see that because my lighting is so different. But yeah, that's what I'm detecting, that the color of the pencil is actually what comes out when you swatch. This is Naples yellow. Yep, yep, yep. See, look at this pencil. The color of the pencil. It's almost the same color of what comes out. This is dark gold ochre. And you know what? I'm swatching and I just now noticed that the pencil is almost the same color as the swatch. I'm almost done swatching and I'm just now noticing it. Gold ochre here. Also, light ochre. And now we're going into the grays. This is light bluish gray. So you see the little crumb? That's a piece of the lid there. But it's not breaking. That's just the little crumbly part of me pressing down so hard. This is slate gray. The next one is medium gray. Next color is warm gray 5. I did not sharpen these pencils. I never sharpen my pencils until I actually get ready to color with them. That's what I do. I used to sharpen my pencils first, but that was just a waste of time. Let me swatch them first and then I'll sharpen them when I actually use them. This is gray, cool gray 3. And I heard that there's some type of coating on the lid and stuff, but I don't really worry about all that. I have a few more colors. We have cool gray. That was 3, cool gray 8. And again, the pencil looks like it's the same color as the gray. You may not be able to tell that with my camera, but it looks like that to me from my, my visually looking at it with my eye. When I look through the camera, it looks a little different. Yeah. And that could be because of my lighting. This is black, ivory black. I'm noticing also on the pencils, if it's a dark pencil, it has white ink. And if it's a lighter pencil, let me get one to show you what I'm talking about. If it's a lighter pencil, like pea green, then it has black ink on it. So they're all not the same. Like this dark green here, it has white ink on it so we can see it. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen pencils change up the color of the ink on here. They usually are all the same. Dark pencils have white ink on the pencil, and the lighter pencils have black ink. I just noticed that too. I think that's cool. Okay, we have 2 more pencils. The standard silver. Okay. Little powder here. And it didn't feel dry or scratchy. None of these pencils have felt scratchy to me. They just feel a little dry. And dry to me means there's not much wax in here. That's what I mean when I say dry. Standard gold, and that's this one here. But they are smooth, like I've been saying. Little smooth, silky, and powdery. As in it doesn't have a lot of wax in here. All right. I am going to show you all the swatches. I'll be right back. I got to move my camera up. Okay. These are the swatches. I want you to be able to see them not so close up, so you can kind of gauge what type of colors we have. And we have a lot of blues and a lot of greens. And then on the back, we have our browns, our ochres, grays, and the metallic here. So I am going to now start coloring on a page that I need to work on, and I'm going to test out these pencils to see how it works. I like the color range. I think it's pretty good, you know? Yeah, I really do. Even the purples, they have a good range of purples. At least I think they do. It has a good selection of blues and a good selection of greens as well. Take another quick look. I'm going to get my book so I can put these pencils to the test. I selected a page to color very quickly from Maria Trolle's Universe. And on this page it says, Vivi is looking for a friend. I will be using these colors. I chose very limited colors, which I should anyway, because it's nothing much to this. I have my green. I chose apple green, and I'm going to use this for the stems. I chose these two colors to use for the leaves, spring green and yellowish green. For the flowers, I chose light French pink and dark French pink, and this is Bordeaux red. And I'm going to probably use Bordeaux red in the center here, somehow, some way. Oh, for the little animal here, I chose this light bluish gray. All right, I am starting with apple green. Apple green on the stem here. Okay, this isn't so bad. And I'm light-handed and the color is just going down effortlessly. Just like what they said, you know, you don't have to put much pressure to get color to come on the paper. That's what I am noticing, which is a good thing. Just coloring the stem here. Apple green. Yeah, this is apple green. It was looking yellowish green. It's very easy to put the color down, and I'm happy about that. I thought it would be hard to do it. My pressure is light. Not real light, but medium pressure. But I'm not pressing down hard at all to get the color to come on the stem, which is a good thing. Now I'm going to go hard here because I want to put a little bit of shadow under here. I don't know if you can see that. And my lid just broke. But I was pressing hard. I'm going to put shadow up under here. Okay. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I'm going to let you down so you can see. Okay. There you go. There is my shadow. And then I'm just going to lightly come down. It's not hard at all to color with these. They kind of do remind me. I can see why people compare them to polychromos, because they are smooth going down. Okay. Let me go over here. I'm going to do a shadow shading here. I keep calling it shadow, but it's shading or shadow, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to just be lighter down this way. It's not hard at all to color with these pencils, which is a good thing. If you have hand issues, do know that you don't have to press hard to get the color to come on the page here. I'm going to go up here and color this stem. I'm going to shade up under here a little bit. And then I'm going to go down. Not too heavy, but a little bit. So you can kind of see that there is a shade there or a shadow. Now, this set cost $70. And as I was telling you when I was swatching, that some people compare these to polychromos. So, if you are someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on polychromos, then I can see why people say that these remind them of polychromos. I'm doing a shadow here or shading because they do kind of feel like that. And also they feel like the Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils to me as well. So these, a set of these from what I saw on Amazon when I was reading is $70. I think, I can't remember how much I paid for them, but I'll look it up and put it on the screen for you, and I'll put it up here. It might have been 60 something. I don't know. I think they were on sale when I got them. And they're still on sale, but not a very good sale. I think it's like 4% or 10% off or something like that. I'm going to go with a heavier, with shadow here, and that means I'm going heavy. But I don't have to press down hard to get any color on here. Okay, so I have my stem colored here. Now I'm going to color the leaves. Yeah, and I had chose two colors. One maybe for the stem or the vein here. So I'm going to use this apple green. It's not apple green, spring green to do the stem here. See, it broke. But I'm pressing hard. When you don't press hard, it doesn't break. And I knew it was going to break because I was pressing entirely too hard. But see, I'm just running the color down the vein of the flower, the leaves or whatever. I missed a color here. I just noticed that. I bet y'all was saying, why did you miss that? Okay, so I'm going to also go and do the other little vein here. This isn't going to be perfect because it's not perfect. All right. Since I've been learning how to shade, I've been trying to do shading in almost everything I do now. All right. Now, I don't know why this looks like wheat to me. I don't know why. Looks like wheatgrass or something. All right. I can't see where I need to put this, but I will get it. There it is. There it is. You know what? I'm going to put to use my other little pencil strokes with these flowers and stuff. Okay. So now I have all of that done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with yellowish green, and I am just going to do the soft circular strokes so that I can get have some little, as they say, depth, I guess, so it can look a little bit different. And plus, see, it broke again. I can get it done quicker if I just do it like this, the little circular motions, techniques, pencil strokes, because I can get it the color quicker than if I try to color all of it in individual little leaves. You see how fast that was? It doesn't have to be exact, because I'm going to do something else with these leaves as well. I'm just doing my little circular. I'm not heavy-handed or anything. Okay, go over here to this one. I'm doing my soft circular strokes. Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm out of frame here. Just trying to go as quickly as I can. Okay, I'm going to do the other ones kind of the same way. Somewhat. I'm thinking about doing it a different way. I'm just going to go straight. For vertical strokes or linear strokes. You see what I'm doing? Okay, I'm going to do that here. We can have the leaves look a little different on each one of the, you know, have them look different from the one that's underneath the flowers versus the one that's actually on the stem. Okay, did that. I chose lighter greens because there is a black background, and I wanted them to be seen. Now I'm going to take my apple, my spring green, which is this one, and I'm going to go over and make my soft circular strokes over here, just in some of the areas. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just putting color down. And I'm not trying to color every leaf. I'm just trying to get the color on some of the leaf. It doesn't have to be all over. Okay, can still have a little white showing. All right, a little more over here. I'm just doing my circular strokes here. And putting them in different areas. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just doing it. And wherever I see white, I might go in with the green in that area. But I want white to show, you know. All right. Okay, so I have that. And I'm going to leave. I'm not going to leave this. What I'm going to do is take this, and where the white is, I'm just going to go and fill it in. Okay. Did that there. And I'm going to go here, which is mainly on the ends of the leaves. But I'm not trying to be particular about it. You see, I'm going at the base here. I'm just putting color where I think it needs to go. Okay. All right. Go back down here. Okay, so I have that done very quickly. Let me show you so you can see. Okay. Now I'm ready to do the flowers. I'm going to use the dark, well, the French pink. That's what it is. And I'm going to put this French pink where I think shadows should be. Okay. Which is here. Lead broke again. But I didn't put that much pressure down, to be honest, right there. Okay. We're just going in, placing my shadows in areas. Mainly at the base of the petals here. Oop, another lead break. I'm getting, but I was pressing hard. Polychromos would not have broken. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see right here. All right. So now I'm just going to kind of make it a little lighter with this same pink. I do have the light French pink. I need to sharpen my pencil. I do have the light French pink, but it doesn't look the same. It does not look the same in as far as the color is concerned. And I like this color a little bit better. And I am just lightening it up. What I am going to do is probably go in with the light French pink in areas where I have white. So I'm just, it broke again. Woo, y'all know that these pencils break now because I'm having a problem. All right. I probably need to turn my, there we go. Sometimes if the lighting is up too bright, you can't really see the colors that great. My page is completed and this is how it looks. Let me bring it up a little bit closer so you can see it. I need to clean the page off a bit, but that's really from the blender thing that I used. But this is how it turned out. I thought it was not too hard to use these pencils. The only thing I noticed with these pencils is that the lead kept breaking, but mainly when I would put a lot of pressure on it, yeah, that's when it would break. But I noticed here when I first started putting something here, color here, I was light-handed and the lid broke. But overall, I think, you know, it was a pretty good experience using these pencils. I'm sure I will be using them for other pages. But I think that when I use these, you know, I didn't have any complaints. The only complaint that I have is the lead was breaking a little bit too much. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Drop them comments down in the comment section and I'll be down to reply to you. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.